Hey Bloxbuggers, this is your monthly Bloxburg news for March 2025, and if I sound weird, it's because I'm sick. Anyways, starting with the headlines, the Bloxburg Valentine's update was finally removed. Bloxburg asked us for feedback on the build mode system, the movie competition winners were finally announced, Froggy Hop seems to confirm an April Fool's update, springtime is beginning in Bloxburg, and finally we have our 5 builds of the month, so let's get into it. Now as you can tell, it's a pretty small news video this month because Bloxburg has been eerily quiet. However, it does feel like this is the calm before the storm, and I think we can expect Bloxburg to get pretty busy and exciting in the following months. So let's start off with the beginning of March, more specifically March the 3rd, which is when the Valentine's update was finally removed. This meant that the special tab in build mode was removed and all of the Valentine's items were no longer purchasable. They also removed all of the Valentine's decorations from the town, including all the pink trees around the map, and they removed all of the food stalls as well, like Valentina's stall and the boba store. But I think a lot of players began to get sick of the sight of pink, as it was in the game for around 3 weeks. Next up, a few days later on March the 7th, Bloxburg actually posted a tweet asking us for feedback on the build mode system. The tweet read, "Hey Bloxbuggers, we're always working on improving the game and we would love to hear some feedback from you. What are currently your biggest frustrations with build mode? What do you love? What do you struggle with? What needs improving? Can be anything, there's no wrong answer. An example, I would like to be able to change the brightness of my lamps. Thanks for your help." And this was really interesting as it's great to see them asking for our input more first of all. Some of the most popular suggestions were stuff like being able to rescale or adjust existing roofs, adding windows onto the side of roofs and like rotating gable roofs, changing decals in build mode, adjusting wall heights and sizes, customizing the dimness of lights, making it so lights don't shine through walls. Then over 200 people liked a tweet that just said add desk fans, which was kind of funny too. Also, as you guys know, they also teased the fact that an entire UI replacement for the game is in the works, which I'm guessing includes the build mode menu too, so maybe some of the replies will be helping with that, kind of taking on board people's suggestions. Next up, on the 13th of March, the winners of the Bloxburg movie competition were finally announced. They were originally only picking 10 winners, however, because of how incredible the entries were, they ended up picking 16 movies, plus 8 movies that will be shown for Halloween, so in total we have 24 winning movies. However, I just first of all want to say a huge congratulations to everyone who won. You all worked really hard for it and really deserve it, and I can't wait to see your movies shown in the theatre in Bloxburg. The winners we have are Alert by Millie, Bloxada Chronicles by Panda Lemon Tart, Doing What You Love by Smeebles, Evolution of Love by Girl Meets Bloxburg, Grandma and Bear by Anika Severux, and I'm probably saying that wrong, so I'm sorry, Heist Takedown by Robuilds, Life by Chloe and the Bottomy Muse, Life of Tom by Trixfinity, Return of the Hot Dog Man by Sabrina Cosmic, Showdown at High Noon by Pepper, The Coffee Shop by T Plays, The Forgotten Treasure by Elbafan, The Heist by Glossie, aka me. I can't believe I won, by the way, it's crazy. Anyways, we also have The Poet by That Moth Cryptid, The Time Trap by Fairy Ethan and Fairy Lay, The Toast by Dashi Washi, and then moving on to the Halloween ones, we have 74 Days, also by Dashi Washi, It Stares Back by Built by B, Lights Off by DVLNAS, The Deaths Just Wanted to Dance by Mas Clara, The Whistler by The Maki Girl, Watch by Varox, and finally When the Mask Falls by Rose and Glow. Once again, a huge congratulations to the winners. This was a super fun competition to be part of, and it's unknown when the first movies will be added to the theatre, but hopefully it will be pretty soon. Anyways, next up, let's talk about the April Fool's update. As it's March the 31st when I'm posting this, hopefully we will be seeing an April Fool's update in the game tomorrow. However, we have no idea what this could be. I did a video a week ago or so talking about this and coming up with a few theories I had, like for example, a silly pet update or like a monster truck one, but we genuinely have not had any teasers for this because it's an April Fool's update. However, we did get the confirmation one is hopefully coming by Froggy Hobbs when he said in a tweet that he is excited for April Fools, so we're just gonna have to see what tomorrow brings. Or maybe that tweet was the April Fools and we get nothing. I don't know, okay? But there's really not much to say on the matter because we genuinely know nothing about this. So let's move on once again to spring, as spring is finally starting in Bloxburg. We got a tweet on the 27th of March saying, "Have you caught all the bugs yet? How big is your collection?" with a picture of someone in camouflage catching bugs in the game. And then we also got a spring activities TikTok on the Bloxburg TikTok account too. So it's safe to say we are finally going into springtime, and it'll be interesting to see if we do get kind of any spring themed updates. However, even if we don't, stuff like the bug catching feature is still super fun, and personally I haven't even got a legendary bug yet, so I think that's definitely my spring Bloxburg goal. But that is pretty much it for our news. Like I said, it's been a very quiet month, so let's move on to our 5 builds of the month. I found a few builds builds that I just really love this month and want to share with you guys today. Starting with this insanely detailed city street I saw in the Bloxburg Discord server by Chloe, and I think it's Times Square as one of the images does say Times Square on it, but I was just blown away by the detail. It looks incredible. I especially love the fact that there's a Starbucks logo that has the Roblox face on it. That made me laugh, but the build just looks so insane, so I had to include this one. Literally crazy. It looks so realistic. And then next up, I also saw this strawberry shortcake build on TikTok by Say the Builder, and oh my goodness, it's so adorable. Strawberry shortcake was one of my favorite shows growing up. I was so excited when I saw this, and it's made me really want to recreate some of the houses myself. The detail once again is crazy. They did an amazing job. It's just so cute. I love it. Then we have the Wonka Chocolate Factory build by It's Typer, which first of all, I adore the sign over the gate. It's so cute, and this build looks so detailed as well. It's literally huge. It's an entire plot full. It looks incredibly accurate as well, and I love the detail of all the chimneys and stuff and the chimney smoke, just like in the movie. It looks really cool. Next, we have this super pretty greenhouse garden type build by Blocked, which is the cutest thing ever. The greenhouse looks incredible and extremely detailed. I love the waterfall and the pond and kind of all the detail there, and then all the trees and stuff have been done so well. It honestly looks so gorgeous. And finally, we have these super cute food items built by Cool Raptor in the Bloxburg Discord, which looks so yummy, and they're on like a tiny scale too, so this is really impressive. They look so realistic. I love how they've kind of mixed in actual food items like the berries and the cookies. It's really clever, and they just look amazing. I love these. And that is all the 5 builds that really stood out to me this month that I wanted to include, and that brings us to the end of March Bloxburg news. Once again, this was a very quiet month, so there wasn't a ton to talk about. However, hopefully April will bring us a lot more Bloxburg news, and I'm also really excited to see if we get an April Fool's update tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, as like always, I'll be doing a video on it as soon as it comes out. But that's all for today, and I will see you all next time. Hopefully when I am not as sick. Anyways, I love you all so much, glossettes. XOXO, Glossy Gal.